Is my grandpa secretly Commissioner Gordon? What burger of the day do I want to eat today?
How does Ben Grimm have children?
How is Hope gonna get herself out of this one?
Let's have a conversation.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Conversations with the Goob. That's me, the Goob, and we're gonna have a conversation. This week I thought we would talk about changes. Yeah, I don't like changes. Let me know how you feel about changes in the comments. So here's my take on it. Growing up, I was a military brat. Every 3 years, we moved to a completely new state, had a new school, new friends. Everything was new. There was really, every time I would start to get used to something, we would move and everything would change again. So there was just like no solids, nothing that was stagnant, something that was always there. So I get to a point in my life, my dad passed away when I was 14, and we moved to Pennsylvania. And that's where we pretty much stayed from the beginning of 8th grade all the way through until after I graduated. I grew my roots there. I made all my friends there. I had my plans set there. Everything and then I moved here to Michigan and everything changed again. But while I was in Pennsylvania, one thing I remember fighting against, I went to this youth group at New Covenant Community Church. Great church. I love that church. I miss going to that church. I don't really go to church often, and one of the issues is because every church I've gone to has either made me feel uncomfortable, unwelcome, or just doesn't feel right for me. I really miss New Covenant, but the youth group was big for me. It's where I met a lot of friends. We started with the pastor's son was our youth director, and then after about maybe a year or two that I was there, he was there a lot longer than that, but I was there for about maybe a year or two. It was taken over by someone else. One of the church members took over, and I love Miss Lisa. Miss Lisa took over, and she was amazing. Like, it's not what I'm upset about. I'm not upset about her taking over. Is she wanted to change the name. And I know that's like very insignificant. A lot of people are like, who cares? It's a name, and she changed the logo. Like, who cares? To me, as someone who grew up everything changing all the time, I didn't want it to change, and I fought against change. As an adult, I get it. She's new, taking over the group, knew she wanted to make it her own, and that makes a lot of sense. Like, I can't argue with that. But as a kid, as a teenager, me and my friend Scott, I don't know, he doesn't like change, but he didn't want it to change either. And me and him, pretty much every time they were taking votes on the new name, we kept voting on the original name, and we fought to try to keep the original. Water's Edge, I believe it was called, and it was like a wave logo. And we ended up changing it to the Pulse, and it was this heart monitor, but in the middle of the heart monitor is a cross, on the heart rhythm. And it's a cool logo. I actually have a jacket that I earned that's got the logo on it, and I really like it. But I just wanted to keep it the same. I don't like change. Another story more recent, they fixed the logo. If you're here in Vassar and you ever come down, South Main, when you enter into town, there's a little viaduct, and on that viaduct they have a mural painted on it. And for like the 7 years I've lived here, it's always been the same mural. It's been getting like oil from the rail tracks, like greasing it up, just getting really greasy and dirty. Well, a local artist went and cleaned it up, and I thought she was just cleaning it, and then it looked great after she cleaned it up. But obviously it had been aged. There's a lot of spots that were peeling off, and damage and stuff. So I see that she was pulling out paint, and I thought, oh great, she's going to restore it and keep it the original mural. Well, she painted over the entire mural on the one side, and her mural is beautiful. Like, I don't want her to watch this and think that I'm insulting her or that I don't like it. It's just, why did it have to change? And I don't know why that bothers me so much. Like, it's just a silly painting out there. Now the other side, across from it, on the one side of the viaduct, it looks like her and her students are just, or friends. I don't know if there's friends or students, whatever. They're a bunch of teenagers are with her, and she's directing them. She's having them restore that side. It looks like they're very carefully scraping off the broken parts on the specific paint parts and repainting over that spot and keeping it the original design, just with a new paint job, restoring, if you know what art restoring is. But on the side across from that, she completely painted over it. And I don't know why that bothers me so much. I just don't like change. And my wife does it to me. Just recently, we had our bedroom perfect, and then she wanted to rearrange the whole bedroom, and it's so throwing me off. There's so many things in my way. There's a dresser right as soon as I walk in the door. My brain had memorized the house floor plan, and she just wants to change everything. And I don't like change. So leave a comment. Let's have a discussion about this, a conversation. Let me know what your thoughts are on change. How do you feel? Do you like when things change? Do you like how things to be new? Do you wish things would change even more? Do they not change enough for you? Or do you also dislike change? Give me a story of sometime, I just gave you 3 stories of how something changed and you either fought against it or just really didn't like it. Let me know about that down in the comments. And I think you'll have a fun conversation. So as always, just remember that you don't need to have superpowers to be a hero.